In my heart, I know that thy gang is true, but to understand what a chip is something I just cannot do. So, okay, tell me what this chip is.
That was beautiful. I think you know what it is. They said it's the like you'll put a chip in your brain or in your body. It'll let you know when you have a tumor. Your thoughts become Google searches. No, you're not about this.
No.
You're not about this at all.
This is like 2060 crazy shit. No. Okay.
Not Chip Gang. Hamlet Hurtssue, not Chip Gang.
No, Yorick is.
How about Yorick?
No,
Yorick. He can get his life back.
Yorick doesn't even have any skin left. He's all bone. He's a head. Where are you gonna put? No one is putting a chip.
He's missing some teeth. You can make it a tooth.
Listen, Yorick is in question in some states. You know, putting a chip in. Someone will know where he is. He's kind of on the run right now. We got to keep things on the DL. But I was actually talking to somebody recently about this chip thing in terms of now that I know what it is, this injection thing. It's weird because it's like if your ID and your credit and all of your things are on this chip that you scan, like what's to prevent somebody in like a high government position being like, I don't like you, or like
turn off the chip. Fuck his chip. Fuck his chip.
No, what are you gonna do? You don't have ID. You don't have money. You don't have any. You are now erased from the system. You are gone, sir. You are gone. Like at least paper money coins. Like you can have. God forbid if you lost your wallet. If somehow you had a copy of a scan of your ID. Here's my ID. If they outlawed real IDs and you're like, this is me. No, do you have a chip? No, this is me. You can't scan. Kill him immediately. No chip. Bro, isn't that an idiocracy?
Not
with,
Chip Gang.
Isn't that in
I think so. I think with, something along those lines.
What is his name? Luke Wilson.
Yeah. But what if I were to tell you they're already doing something like this in Sweden?
God bless them.
To ride, in Sweden, there are people who they've gotten chipped, and that's how they ride the subway. That's how they ride the bus. Their entire transportation system is operating under this. There are thousands of people that are already Chip Gang for the bus, not even for tumors, not for virtual reality, for the fucking bus.
All right. This is my.
We're fucked.
All right. This is my feeling on it. I think. If you want to have a chip injected into your body and have that be the end-all, be-all of everything that is what you do with your life, God bless you. I will say, I mean, you know, everyone loses your wallet. You always misplace things. It'd be nice to not have to worry about it. But again, it would be nice to not have to worry about like paying my credit statement or like little things, like personal things that you have to take care of. It's like, if everything is like a chip, if everything is just like, oh, I scan this and this happens or this, like, I don't know. I'm just like, yo, I don't think.
You know what fucks me, dude? It's like, it's the medicinal stuff that's luring me. It's like, you know, it'd be really good to know. Like, imagine, like, you've blown out your knee. Imagine you got that warning, like, hey, you're at a tipping point. Go get it looked at. How about 1 month of recovery instead of a year?
That'd be weird.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I wouldn't want my body telling. When my body gives me the signals that God blessed me with to understand what's happening in my body, that's when I'll make the goddamn decision to go to the fucking doctor. I don't need some goddamn chip in my goddamn body to tell me what I need to feel, goddammit. Yorick will tell me in my dreams what the fuck I need to feel. This is some bullshit.
What if Yorick was the chip all along?
Oh my god.
You've already been chipped.
No! Oh my god. Oh my god, no.
Oh, it's a crazy question, man, because like this is what like we're gonna have to deal with. This is what our generation is gonna have to deal with. This is gonna be one of the trying questions of our time.
This is why the renaissance of wrestling is needed.
Yes.
My lords and ladies, this is why you must come and see Shakespeare himself, the man, the myth, the legend that is Hamlet Hurtssue, perform and save you from the chaos that is this chip business.
It's just good business, John. It's just good business.
That's so scary. That's so scary.
Bro, I love that shit. Because it is scary, but it's kind of wild. It's like we've come so far.
All right, I'll let you get the first chip.
No, I'm not getting iPhone number 1. If I'm Chip Gang, it's Chip Gang 4.
Yeah.
is Chip Gang for?
Yeah, I'll be like Chip Gang, like 9.
No, but you know what? You're 100% right though about them like they can shut down your life because like you think about the people that have been like deplatformed on social media, and like it's next level on that. There are some people who like they've shut down their visas.
Yeah,
like Visa and MasterCard are like, nope, you can't do transactions with us.
Well, but it's also I feel like that's kind of the direction we're going though, because they're like, well, the immigration shit and the wall and all these things. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a Trump community support everybody getting a chip, because then it's let's everybody get a chip, because if you don't have a chip, you need to get...
I almost think they won't. Because I feel like, it's like the whole America First idea. It's all about put the attention here. It's kind of like, it's almost like the thought, it's like a decentralized thought. It's like a decentralized thought, not like a centralized thought.
Okay.
But there are some radicals where you're right. There's some radicals that definitely would be like, nah, you're getting chipped. You're going to get the Trump chip.
I know Jim Cornette.
You're going to get the Trump chip. You can sell. You can get with every chip you get a Trump toupee. That's how you sell it.
I listen to Jim Cornette on most mornings to work, and I know that Jim Cornette would not be happy with a chip in anybody's body, so I'm going to stick with him probably and say I'm not going to do the whole chip business. But
it's crazy. It's crazy.
You can give
Nah, I don't think I'm Chip Gang, man. I sit on the fence because, again, it's the medicinal stuff that lures me, but I sit on the fence. I don't think I'm Chip Gang, but it's like... Bro, what if you lose your edge at the competitive market if you don't chip? What if you're in a world of wrestlers who have chipped, and because they've chipped,
I have to do it?
That's what I'm saying. No!
But now you're putting me in a position where my livelihood and like my business.
It freaks me out.
No, but I think. Well, but so wait, are you saying that in Sweden they've no one has any credit card, no one has anything?
No. That's what I'm saying. It's just transportation.
Okay,
it's the bus. It's the bus.
I don't think we're gonna get that far. But again, it's a very scary base to start at. I wouldn't.
Bro, what if they try to replace like your Metro card with a chip? What if they try to do that?
I would just stop taking them.
No, but that's what our phones are for, right? Like, I feel like the phones are a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Like, don't let it in your skin.
Yeah.
You can put it against your skin, and maybe it's going to radiate our testicles.
Now that you're saying that, I feel like I did see something recently where there was something like a chip for an MTA thing.
Yeah, no. See, they're going to try, dude. They're going to try.
Now that you said it's transport in Sweden, they want to bring it to New York.
Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to.
No, thank you.
That's why I'm trying to talk to people about this. Like, it's coming. It's coming.
No, thank you.
Oh my goodness! Not for transportation.
No,
not for transportation.
No.
I play with it a little bit. Like if it's something I can remove.
Sure.
Like maybe like if I wore a wristband, right? Like almost like a watch.
Yeah.
And then I could put the chip on the wristband.
Yeah.
And that could be like my boop.
Yeah.
Boop. But it doesn't have to hold my bank account.
Sure.
Like I'll still pay you with my card.
Sure.
Yep. Like
I agree. I think that's.
There's room for negotiation.
So you can tell me how it goes, and then when the Wrestlers Association of America decides that every wrestler has to be implanted with a chip, so we know where everybody is at all times, I'll participate. Let
me bring up like a freak out scenario.
Oh,
let's say I did get chipped, and I'm chipped.
That just sounds so weird.
Right? I got chipped.
That sounds so weird.
Bro, he's one of the chip people.
That's so weird.
Let's say I get chipped, right?
Yeah.
And with this chip, I now have access to the internet.
Yeah.
And I could read books in a matter of minutes. I could download PDF books into my brain, and I download all these books about I do all this about the dark web, right? I learned about the dark web, and I'm like, okay, how can I find John Rosner's internet history? So I find your IP address, and I download your internet history in my brain. Everything you've watched, everything you've read, everything you've seen. I'm like, good. Now I know how to manipulate him. I know his fears. I know his insecurities. And I'm like, oh, Rosner, remember you told me to tell you how Chip Gang is? Well, let me tell you everything that conveniently will convince you it's a good thing. Based on your life, of course.
Then I would just kill you.
Who knows?
You would tell me like everything, and then I would just be like, okay, you must die now.
This guy has to die. Fuck this guy.
Yo, but honestly, like that's kind of a really scary world scenario. I mean, look, if people want to do it, I say people should be able to do whatever you want to do in your life, but I'm like, that's
it's scary shit. Well, what worries me is like that it could empower the worst kind of person. Like think about what I just told you, right? The capability that the potential is there.
Sure.
Now, not to be scary, but imagine a child molester with that kind of power.
See, but I'm saying in general, nobody should have that kind of power. Like nobody should be able to have like human beings are not robots. We do not download information into our brains
But would you say we are symbiotic with technology?
Now we are, but
you don't think we always been like? Because like when the chimps, when the primordial monkeys, they learned how to sharpen weapons. Like that's technology, and that's how they progressed. They created tools. Like that's technology. Like I almost feel like it's symbiotic.
Aliens.
Like aliens.
It's
totally aliens. I'm so happy you just said that.
Aliens. I'm telling you, my dad is obsessed with aliens. And I'm telling you, aliens are okay.
This is great.
Because I think you're totally right that like we are symbiotic with technology, and as we evolve, technology evolves, and that's how like we have the internet and we have these things. But like, look at like the gap of like how again like we evolved with tools like to make fire and to make like houses, and then there's like we create an entire world that is the internet, and then now you have to talk about how people develop their selves through the internet and develop themselves at the same time. That's why it's very fragile to give a kid like access to the internet as they're getting old, because now you're developing two things. You're developing your own sense of identity in yourself, and you're developing a sense of personality of who you are on your phone and on your Facebook page. And so now when you're trying to make friends and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, what you enjoy, just what makes you happy, like now you can't even just be a kid and be in your own world, because now you're focused on, oh, did Jenny like my Facebook picture, or is like, I mean, like little things. I'm not saying that it's detrimental necessarily, but like I'm saying that if you're trying to figure out who you are as a human being, like it's very easy at a certain point to judge how you feel about yourself and what you're doing with what's going on your phone or on the internet. So it's like if you just wait to a certain point with kids, like, I don't know, 16, 17, maybe that's too old.
You know what it is, man? It's like kids, no matter what, kids are insecure. No matter what, because things change at such a rapid rate. Weird things are happening to your body. You're dealing with things like rejection and failure.
Go.
Exactly. You're insecure when you're a kid, and like social media does not help that.